You've just arrived from... all of us have just arrived. Okay, we'll then start with the Minister of Defense. Minister of Defense, Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula. Nathi induku iyakudla sis. If you want to speak from here, you can speak from there. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, Minister Tembo. Well, colleagues, after the address by the President, the Commander-in-Chief last night, to the armed forces deployed. You'll recall that initially there was an understanding that our intention is to shut down 3 provinces, which provinces were heavily affected by coronavirus, which was Gauteng, KZN, and the Western Cape. But since last night, we have deployed in all 10 provinces. Now, certain things need to be said as we were meeting as ministers. We are in a campaign which is meant to support the South African Police Service. And this campaign is led by the Department of Health. So what we are doing now, we're talking about a deployment which brings together the metros, the police, and the members of the South African National Defence Force. And I think it's proper that I should upfront submit to the fact that there were some failures which were noted this morning. We received several messages, we received queries from all over the place where people were saying, after seeing, for instance, footage from Alexander, where are the police? Where is the South African National Defence Force? We went to the area as well, made a few interventions, but eventually there was deployment to that area. I do also want to use this opportunity to make an appeal to our people, which is that this pandemic is a killer. The situation we are finding ourselves is a very serious one, because we are fighting, yes, there's deployment, but we are fighting an invisible enemy. And this is what our people need to bear in mind. Right up as we are moving around, monitoring what is happening in Gauteng at least, which is where I've been. People were like, we're still not clear what exactly the issue is here, you know? I think people are trying as much as is possible to practice what is called self-distancing. But it's not enough. We have deployed the next joint plans where the deployments should take place. And based on that, we move in. Of course, I should say this, that in Gauteng is divided in terms of the defense force into 2, which is the north sector and the south. So the issues this morning were, but there are areas where you have not deployed. yes, we had not deployed, or there was still movement to some of the areas. The other matter which was raised with me early this morning which was also raised with the Minister of Police and the Minister of Minister Ntembo, is that of people who started moving yesterday from Gauteng to neighboring provinces. Abandabaye, those who left the Western Cape, moving to the Eastern Cape, those who left Gauteng, moving towards Limpopo, or even to the Braid Bridge crossing into Zimbabwe. We are aware that those people ended up being stranded in the middle of nowhere because they could not cross the Braid Bridge, but also could not come back to Gauteng. But eventually some decisions were taken that people should go back to province where they come from. So you have a group of people which went back to the Western Cape and a group of people which came back to Gauteng. Now, we have, I know the media has been talking about plus minus 3,000 in terms of strength, which is being deployed. But could I also remind the media that that 3,000 is a 3,000, that figure you got it from the letter of employment which was sent to Parliament. And therefore, it may not necessarily be 3,000 at one go. You'll have a rotation. You may have some kind of reinforcement later. But as for today, definitely we have not deployed all 3,000. You have people who are waiting in the bases, waiting for deployment. I'm aware that there are people who have been arrested, but could I also say this, that we are not in law enforcement, we are not enforcers, we don't have the arresting powers. We are enforcers, but we don't have the arrest powers. So I know that I received messages here which were now saying, so how many people have you arrested? The Minister of Police will talk to that. We don't arrest, we simply give support wherever a need arises. I think, Minister Ntembo, that is all. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Minister Mapisa-Nqakula. We will now call